What is up, everyone? Bo here from BZ Hub. We're checking out this trophy lodge. I've got one of every animal in the game just to give everyone an idea of what it would look like in your trophy lodge. There's some things I've been noticing messing around with the beta. Obviously things are bound to change by the time they come out, but some animals, obviously they've arranged it so that the 4 different plaque types, different animals fit with different plaques. I would like a little more flexibility there. One thing I was noticing was that with this big brown bear here, there's like large slots like this in the back near a fireplace, and I could not get the brown bear to go there, so I eventually had to remove a water buffalo I had here with my 2 buffaloes set up and put the brown bear there because it just would not fit in the other spot. But let's go through my list. I'll pop up the list right here so you all see it. And we're going to go through everything one at a time, and we'll just go right through. I'll probably just kind of go, let's see, I'm not really sure here. Okay, so let's just start it off right now. Right now we have a jackrabbit and a scrub hare, both the 2 rabbits in the game right now. They have different styles, as you've probably heard. Every plaque can change. You can adjust them so that they can look in a certain direction to kind of show off their horns or their antlers in a good way. That's at your discretion. The rabbits have different poses. You can have them looking like they're running or sitting or, listening. I wanted a little bit of variation between this rabbit and that one sitting next to it, so I had them in those 2 positions. You can see I'm pressing V, and that's showing and hiding the plaques that are not being used. But yeah, that's that. Here we go, we have a mallard. I'm kind of going down the list late in Lake here. Next up is a coyote. I have the coyote and side-striped jackal right next to each other in this room. There they are. So the coyote and the side-striped jackal, it's kind of interesting, like the coyote's face looks very, I don't know if realistic is the right word, but it looks like it's very realistic. It's kind of, natural, versus the side-striped jackal looks like a dog, and kind of cross-eyed dog at that. I don't know, it's kind of humorous in a way. Keep going down the list though. Blacktail and the whitetail, they were having trouble showing the antlers. As you can probably see, that elk up there doesn't have the antlers showing. They keep updating the Trailblazer beta as they go. My whitetail, high scoring whitetail like in the 800s, doesn't have its antlers showing right now, so you can just imagine it kind of like that one out there, even though that's a red deer. But yeah, it's got antlers, and it's similar to this blacktail over here, which is the other Lake deer. Black bears, I have black bears off in front of the fireplace over here, and the elk was upstairs without antlers showing, unfortunately. See the black bears here. If you're noticing the jitter, something about an update they just put out made it very jittery on my game. So you can see some of the poses that they have out with the black bears can make them look pretty ferocious standing up. It's pretty cool, actually. I think it's really neat. So I have them staring at each other, this cinnamon and this black bear. And then a moose. I don't have a moose standing up because I just couldn't find a spot for it, but you could see those moose I had over here in the front. I have one right as you walk in the door. Everyone saw that. Okay, Canadian goose. I have the 3 different fowl up here, ducks. And so we have the Canadian goose, the cinnamon teal, and then a female mallard. Before I had 2 different mallards. As I tried to say, with the updates, it's just been weird. Like, you put down a mallard and then you go further on and it'll ask you if you want to put down a mallard again, even though you only have one, and then you put it down and then it removes it from the other spot and puts it there. That's not supposed to happen. Once you put it down, it's not supposed to show up on the list again, but for some reason that was happening and it kind of jumbled up all my stuff. But I stopped messing with it and finally just put everything so that I had everything there and kept going on. Roe deer, as you can see here, I have a fallow deer. Very nice looking fallow deer. I think it was near a diamond. I think it was like 905 or something like that. it was getting up there. And then I have a roe deer over in this room. It's like the only... I kept trying to find a spot for it, and it finally just fit here. So this is a full-body roe deer here. You can see it's got different poses. There. Yep, so that's that. Wild boar was in the other room with the bears in it. And then I have red deer and a bison up there. There in that little spot there. So you can see something about the sizing and what I was talking about, the flexibility of some of the mounts. This bison isn't very big. And I mean, if you look at this, and let me turn that off. Bison here could easily fit in this plaque. Doesn't need a giant plaque. And so I feel like they should just allow, I feel like it's a coding thing where they could just allow it to fit in a smaller plaque, and maybe it looks good, maybe it doesn't. I feel like that should be up to the player's discretion and not the people that are designing the game. But that's just me, maybe. See, I have my black buck and ASUS deer there for Parque Fernando. And we have a red fox. And then red deer above the fireplaces because they're just magnificent animals. And that about does it for that. We saw the musk deer. The Eurasian lynx, I believe, is over in the fireplace. We can show up the wild boar again just in case anyone missed it there. Here's the wild boar. I'm not really sure about the poses. I don't think I did anything. Oh, he's growling there. Grr. And the Eurasian lynx about to pounce on something here. As far as glitches go, this is a perfect example. I never mounted this thing. It's just there. I don't know why. As you can see, it's not even lined up. I mounted this upstairs. It's a diamond puma actually, and for some reason it popped down here, and I don't know why, but I thought it was cool the way it was, so I didn't remove it. So we saw the reindeer a little bit upstairs. The brown bear was in the front, and the moose already showed off for Medved Taiga. Verhongo showed off the scrub hair. The springbok, I actually got lucky with the springbok, because you might be seeing from other players and everything, with this being new maps and everything, they're having whole new chances at albinos and piebalds and stuff. So this was an albino springbok that I found, a little ghost in the African savannah. Side-striped jackal was over there with a coyote. Lesser kudu up on the walls here of a female and a male, just for a little comparison. Warthog was over here. This was a good sized warthog as well. Decent size anyway. Gemsbok, I have a few Gemsbok hanging up in different locations. Not full body, just the size of the little spots that you need to have to put these animals up. So I have a Gemsbok here. And then blue wildebeest is in this room as well. As you can see, the plaque is way too big for that, but it's whatever. I feel like that could easily go onto one of these plaques. The flexibility, I'm telling you. And then, something you probably have seen in other ones, but it's pretty cool as we make our way upstairs. Here's a puma from Parque Fernando. Lots of cool poses with this. A little wider face there, jumping, prowl, laying down, which will be important if you have a setup where there's like another plaque right behind it or something like that, where you don't want it to be in the way. Just as in case there's anyone going, why would you want a puma laying down? And then a lion. So the lion's got cool poses as well. Probably things you've seen as you then got toasted and couldn't do anything. You had to run back to your character to see if you actually shot that lion or not. And then the Cape Buffalo downstairs. Can we jump off the railing? Let's see. Oh yeah, boom, onto the brown bear. It's a little step. Cape Buffalo's also got some cool. This is a 7, by the way. It's not the biggest you can get. You can get bigger. showed off the red deer. Puma, ASUS deer, and black buck were up there again. Water buffalo I have mounted. I did have mounted in this brown bear spot, as I was saying. We'll just make our way this way because we can see a water buffalo over here as well. ASUS deer, I had a piebald ASUS deer. Thought was cool. So you can have full body variations to show off skin colors. It would be nice just to have a generic skin kind of thing that you could throw up on the wall instead of a plaque, but I understand that's just more work. As you can see, our mule deer, I did get a piebald mule deer, and then another mule deer buck to show that. And the water buffalo, we have one right over here. So, see, it seems a little big for that spot. I don't know. I honestly think they could get away with just 3 plaques. I think they could. 3 plaques, I think, would do it, and then we could have a little bit of variation with the 3rd plaque. But I think most things fit on this 3rd plaque here, and they don't really need to go to that 4th plaque. But that's just me. Maybe. But that's about wraps it up. That's all the animals in the game. I'd love to take some of these that are on the wall and put them down on a full body mount so that you can see that. Maybe that'll be a future video, but some of that's just a surprise for everyone, so maybe I don't want to ruin it. It's really cool to see natural poses like this where you can tell that they just took kind of a frame of an animation and they just kind of made it the mount. Really neat, really neat. This is such a cool move for the hunter. I know everyone's thinking about true racks versus the lodge, and really, true racks is cool. You got variation in the horns and the antlers and everything, and it really kind of drives competition within the hunter. But without a way to show off those trophies, I just don't see the point. I mean, it's not, we don't have a camera mode after we hunt something, so we can't really show it off there. It's just the trophy page where you when you harvest it, and all your stats are up and everything, and that makes for a terrible show to someone else. This is what I got. Look at all my stats versus, right here. You can see it in all its glory. One thing I thought of that would make a big thing, a big difference, you have 4 different slots here. It would be cool if there was an option to just have a simple L-shaped, I'll draw a picture and throw it up here, but just an L-shaped block that kind of showed the score, maybe the species or something like that, and just kind of sat right there under, so that way you can walk by and see, oh, this is a 957 diamond fox, and maybe that's something they're working out, and it would be cool if, it either somehow knew which direction to put it, so that you put it here, or you could just hit a button and it would switch sides so that you could kind of put it on the side that you want. If you some reason wanted it right here versus on the front side, then you could do that, and it would just kind of switch in 4 different locations. I think would be enough. But yeah, that's just me. I mean, obviously you could just put it underneath here on the bottom of the moose as well, to kind of just say like moose, Medved Taiga, I don't know, 788 or something like that. I think that would be a cool addition, and I honestly don't know how much work that would be, but yeah, I think that would just kind of tie everything together. But hey, thanks for watching my video. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed it. I've got plenty of other hunting videos, so check those out. And yeah, excited to see everyone's hunting lodges and seeing all the trophies that everyone gets. So see you out there.